Hey there, Aries. Welcome to reading for the week. Or no, this is for March 2025. You have this card that says confidence is the key to your success. You also have this card that says a win-win outcome is forecast. So that looks amazing. I kind of had a feeling before I started your reading that it would be probably a pretty good time for you right now, Aries. So especially as we go through the month, things could be kind of just improving for you in general, and I would definitely take advantage of that energy. I think the secret to being alive right now until like 2033 is to really make sure that you are capitalizing on your wins, like doubling down on things that are working for you, and making sure that you're kind of being extra grateful for your wins as well is something that comes up a lot. So that's definitely what I would pay attention to here, Aries. But let's see. You have that win-win outcome as forecast, and then you have the justice card, which could be a win-win. Justice can be justice. So a lot of you could be kind of balancing things out in your life, or experiencing a win-win, especially if you're trying to come together in some sort of agreement. Or even if you're in a divorce or some other type of legal situation, I feel that there could be some sort of agreement that's coming in for you, and it could feel like a win, kind of like a win-win situation here. So that's good. You have the Hermit. I feel a lot of people have been in Hermit mode, more or less. We've been in a very introspective time, and we have a ton of energy in Pisces, sorry, and so that is your 12th house as well. And so a lot of you could just be feeling extra introspective at this time. I don't really see it as a problem. One thing I will say is that you go from the Justice card to the Page of Wands to the Five of Wands, and so you might be feeling like you don't want to, like, I don't feel bad about that Five of Wands, but I do feel like if I put myself in your shoes that you are maybe avoiding people, but not like, again, not necessarily in a bad way. I just feel like maybe some of you are wanting to be in hermit mode at this time, or maybe you are wanting to kind of like find some inner answers. And kind of backing up that message, we have the Hangman. The Hangman has put himself in Hangman mode to get answers. His head is glowing here, and he is hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and he has put himself in this position to gain a new perspective. And so all that energy in Pisces for you definitely could have to do with perspectives, and this could be any perspective in life. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Even if you're 90 years old, doesn't matter. You still might be trying to figure it out. What do who do you want to date? What do you want your day-to-day to look like? All those questions are popping into my head. But again, I would take advantage of the energy. Like, think about it and plan it out. Maybe you need to write it down, or maybe you need to go and look for possibilities as well. We have the Page of Wands. We also have the Two of Wands. Both of these cards, Page of Wands, Two of Wands, right here, are kind of about going and searching for new perspectives in life. Just seeing how other people live, or seeing what's possible and putting yourself in those positions. So I would definitely take advantage of the energy. Again, I don't think the introspective energy is a bad thing. Here you go. With the Justice card, you have the High Priestess, more introspective energy. The High Priestess can sometimes just say that there are secrets in the world that exist, and you are trying to get to the bottom of those secrets. Maybe, and these aren't secrets like secrets. Maybe you're just like, I want to learn how to make more money, or I want to learn, I want to know what love is, kind of like that song, whoever sings that. And so I feel a lot of you have these questions that you're trying to get to the bottom of. And, the High Priestess is a great card for trusting your intuition, but she's also a great card for exploring potential. She represents unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head. So, if there are things that you want to explore, explore those things. Could be dating, could be learning, whatever. And I think it would be a great time for you to do that. With the Hermit, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, the win-win card plus the Justice card plus the Seven of Pentacles would be weighing up your options. He is looking at those Seven Pentacles, and as I always say, he is saying, like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it for me to invest my time, effort, energy into something, or should I do something else with my time? So a lot of you could be asking those questions like, should you invest your time in this, that, or the other thing? And this introspection could be very helpful for you. Like I said, I feel really good about the Hermit in your reading, so I would take advantage of the introspective energy. Usually with the Hermit, I say that you need to get out of the house, right? But, in your reading, I feel that if you are researching things, looking into things, that this is perfectly, it's perfectly fine for you to do that. With the Hangman, you have the Six of Cups. Could be a little bit of a nostalgic energy for you this month as well. The Six of Cups can represent innocence and nostalgia, just thinking about the past. The Six of Cups, can also represent your connection to your inner child. So again, I think a lot of you could be thinking about like things that you wanted to be when you grew up, or maybe you had certain dreams when you were a child, or you thought life would go a certain way, and you could be revisiting those things. And I feel this is again a good thing, because again, you might be closer than you think to some sort of childhood dream or something you always wanted to accomplish. And I would just think about it, plain and simple. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Evil Eye card. It says protect yourself against the evil eye so it doesn't negatively impact your life. You have the strategy card. It says plan, scheme, and strategize your future and take the next right action for your life. Yes, this is probably why you need to take some time to think, because I feel it will help you come up with a strategy on how to be more successful moving forward, and I would definitely do that. I get devil vibes off that Evil Eye card, so I would be careful of any like substances, any addictions, which an addiction could be Netflix, right? Could be anything. So I would be careful of anything that's stealing your energy. Even though you don't have the devil here, I get devil vibes off of that card. And, the devil can be any energy vampire, anything that steals your energy. So I would be careful of those things. You have the Five of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Cups. Five of Swords, it can sometimes represent winning at all cost. Like, this guy is the winner, but at what cost has he won? And he is walking away from things that also no longer serve him. Personally, I like the Five of Swords. Again, it's like it's kind of like a weird situation, but he is the winner. And so I feel that for you. The other thing is that we go from the Five of Swords to Lovers to the Tower. Now, the Tower is coming up in the good stuff, so I wouldn't worry too much about that Tower. But, this could be like some sort of past breakup that you need to heal from with the Five of Swords, or some sort of past situation. And, there could be new love coming in for you. You have the Lovers. You also have the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. So, this could be like a new admirer here that's coming in for you. The Page of Wands with the Six of Cups kind of represents more happy-go-lucky energy, which I think would be a great energy for you to embrace at this time, Aries. Just being more, not careless, but carefree, right? I think that the Six of Cups in this card are encouraging you to be more like playful with life, more just not too attached to outcomes. And I feel embracing that will probably lead to the biggest benefits for you. You have the Page of Cups. Like, I feel like the Page of Wands is you. The Page of Cups could definitely be a new person. And so there could be an admirer that's coming in for you here, because we go Page of Cups to the Lovers to the Two of Wands here. I do feel that this could be a new person. There could be competition for this person. You have the Five of Wands right next to it. But then you have the Tower. The Tower in the good stuff says that this could be a surprise. Like, maybe you are surprised that this person is also interested in you. Or maybe you're just surprised that you actually find a person. So for those of you that are looking for love, it does look pretty good. With the Five of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yes, everything is in front of you. I literally just said this to your opposite sign, Libra. If you have a bunch of Libra in your chart, I would definitely go watch that reading. But I get this feeling for you. You have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about taking the lead into the future. He is future focused. He has that wand that stands behind him right there, and he's reaching forward to this new wand, and he has the whole world in his hands. So he is like focusing on what's in front of him. And I definitely feel that with the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. With the Page of Wands, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Really good. I definitely feel like being in that more happy-go-lucky space would be a good idea for you. It will probably change your fortunes, and it will maybe even lead to more luck in your life as well. The Wheel of Fortune can represent a change in your luck. With the Page of Cups, you have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're both slow, is what I feel. There's nothing really wrong with this, Aries, because, again, we do have Venus going retrograde at the beginning of the month. And I always tell people that I encourage people to date during Venus retrograde because Venus retrograde can bring in faded connections. So, there are people who've met the love of their lives during Venus retrograde. And so I think not dating during Venus retrograde is a mistake. Now, other mistakes are not paying attention. So, again, things can go. The thing about Venus retrograde is you can meet a total monster during Venus retrograde, or you can meet the love of your life. Like, it's both ends of the spectrum. So, again, pay attention. If someone is giving off red flags, run, plain and simple. But, if they're giving off green flags, then keep going. But I do feel this could have like a little bit of a slow start if this is love for you, Aries. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this freedom card and the stillness card. I feel like there is freedom in your stillness with the Hermit card at the beginning of the reading. You are definitely one of the signs that is probably more focused on freedom. You're born very close to Taurus, and we have Uranus and Taurus. That Uranus and Taurus energy really pushes people to create more freedom in their lives. So a lot of you could be very focused on setting yourself free from anything that's been holding you back. And I feel like focusing on freedom would be a very good idea. You have the Four of Pentacles again, right next to the Four of Pentacles. Again, these two cards can just represent holding on too tightly to the past. And so I would definitely encourage you to open up to new situations and let go of past fears or worries or concerns. You have the Lovers. So if you want love, there definitely could be a new connection coming in for you. It looks good. Like I said, I do feel slow. Like, I feel like it might move a little bit slower, but not that there's, not that there's anything wrong with that. There probably isn't. But maybe you are just used to things kind of progressing a little bit quicker. But like I said, it does feel a little slow to me. If you want love, or even if you don't want love, the Lovers can represent having a choice to make. And we go up to the Two of Wands. So there is clearly a decision or choice that you're making at this time. Usually with the Two of Wands, I feel that we need to move in the new direction. He is reaching forward to that new wand. He has the whole world in his hands. So if you have a choice to make, move in the new direction. You have the Five of Wands. This is a card of conflict and competition. I do feel that some of you could be attracting a person where there is competition for the person. They could be attractive or, whatever the hell is going on here. I have no clue. But, again, I don't know. Looks like a good person to me, so I would go for it. The Five of Wands, I feel, is also encouraging you to, I feel like there is something that you need to do in competition. Like, some of you literally could be entering into some sort of competition here. I also feel that, in work or business or career or whatever it is you do, that learning from the competition could be very beneficial for you and could help you grow. There's something about growth with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, I don't really look at it as a growth card. It's more of a leadership card to me, but it is popping into my head. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords says something from the past is dead, done, over with. And with the Three of Swords coming up in the good stuff, I would definitely highly recommend releasing the past. The other thing I'm getting here is that if you do want love and if you haven't had it for a while, that releasing the past could be the thing that brings love into your life. So I definitely get that here as well. With the Lovers, you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands can represent marriage. So, again, like I said, this could be a really good connection for you here, Aries. And, it feels, like I said, I don't know, there's something slow about it. Like I said, I keep getting this. It's like, I don't know that you're necessarily nervous at the beginning of whatever this is, but I do feel like you're kind of questioning it because of how slow it's moving at first. But you have the Four of Wands, so, that could be marriage. The Four of Wands is also the card of freedom. And we have to set ourselves free with the Four of Wands. We have to cross through this finish line that's at the top of the card so that we can be set free. And so the way to do that is usually to wrap something up. Even in some of the older tarot books, they say that the Four of Wands is a card of wrapping up a project, completing something and getting it to the next stage. So all of those activities would be really good for you with the Four of Wands. And usually, again, you're setting yourself free to have a celebration on the other side. With the Five of Wands, you have the World. I really like the Five of Wands with the World. It kind of says that you could be standing out in the world by, kind of rising to the top. Or it could say that you're standing on top of the world, or you are feeling more on top of the world at this time. I also I also am getting the words like false judgment or something popping into my head as well. So it's like sometimes, one thing I've noticed about people who are usually like good at doing things, like people who are successful in life, like that I've talked to and stuff, is that they always have this fear that they're like not good enough. It's like kind of like one of those hidden things I think people don't realize about people who are successful, is it's like they all have this kind of like fear that they're actually not good enough or that they won't stand out. I feel that for you, Aries, where it's like, you could be fearing that you won't rise above the competition, but if you would get started, I feel that you would actually realize that you are on top of the world, that you might actually rise above the competition, especially for those of you that have like a business or a career, or if you're trying to get a leadership position with the Two of Wands, I would really go for it. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card. It says, sometimes you fail to see the infinite possibilities and opportunities that are available to you. Yes, Two of Wands. We'll talk about it. You have this diplomat card. It says, with your uncanny ability to form connections in human relationships, you serve as a bridge between worlds. Win-win outcome and justice. That is being able to meet in the middle. So I think that there's something important going on with that for you. So I would definitely pay attention. You have the Two of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Tower. Two of Wands is about taking the lead and getting out into the world. Again, the story of the Two of Wands is that he has finished something. This wand is complete, and he's reaching forward to this new wand, and he has the whole world in his hands. So he needs to take the lead on something new. And I feel that for you. It is coming up in the good stuff. And the Two of Wands can also represent making great progress towards a goal or something you're trying to accomplish. We have the World, which is an accomplishment, so definitely very good for that. You have the Three of Swords. It is a great time for healing. Again, Venus retrograde. We also have Mercury going retrograde towards the end of the month of March. And so, I think that these we've dealt with a million retrogrades over the past few or like 4 months at least. So we've been in a retrograde heavy time, and it's coming to an end. Really, like we get out of it in like the beginning of May, because that's when the Mars retrograde shadow is over, is in May, even though Mars goes direct today, February 23rd. But, so again, I think it's a great time to forgive the past, let go of the past, heal your inner wounds so that you're ready come springtime. You're ready to bust out into the world perfectly healed. And that's what I would work on with that card. You have the Tower. The Tower can, of course, represent a tower moment, but in the good stuff, this can say that you are either avoiding a tower moment or you are seeing reality. Funny enough, I always say that I'm not a big fan. Like if I read reversals, for example, I actually don't like the Tower in reverse. The Tower in reverse can say you're avoiding a tower moment, but sometimes it's not always a good thing to avoid a tower moment because, as weird as that sounds, because sometimes a tower moment is what we need to be successful. But coming up in the good stuff, I feel like you could be avoiding a tower moment, and it would be a good thing, obviously. With the Two of Wands, you have the King of Swords. I feel like you are much more capable than you realize. Again, what did this card say? It says, sometimes you fail to see the infinite possibilities and opportunities that are available to you. King of Swords is a card of knowledge and wisdom. He says that you know a lot. I do feel there's a part of this reading that is saying you need to believe in yourself more, or you need to believe that you are, I feel like you are much more capable than you realize is kind of what it's saying. And so I would believe in yourself more, plain and simple. With the Three of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is kind of like that, more of that happy-go-lucky energy I was talking about. He's very spontaneous. He goes on a journey and he's just willing to see how things go. So I feel embracing that energy could be very healing for you with that Three of Swords. With the Tower, you have the Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty. This could say you're healing from a tower moment, or you are experiencing fortune after difficulty, which is like good things happening after a difficult period of time. March could just feel like a much better month for you in general here, Aries. So I definitely like to see that. You have this egotism card, Mars retrograde. We had Mars go retrograde in Leo, and again, it is direct today, the day that I'm recording this video. This will be out on the 24th, which is the day after the retrograde ends. But again, we're in the shadow of Mars retrograde until May first, basically, or the second, whatever it is. So, again, I would be careful of anyone who's approaching you with an ego. You have this adaptability card, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is very adaptable to any situation that comes in. And so adaptability, I think this is true for everyone until like 2033. Every single person on Earth needs to be adaptable. The first way we think we're going to do something is probably not going to work. Any goal, wish, or dream we have. But we have to adapt to the situation and make changes to make it work. And, that's the energy that I would be working with and practicing with that card. And just know, if something doesn't work the first time you try it, you just have to try again. You have this practicality card. Every single person has had this card. Almost every single person. This card represents just like straightforward energy. Like it says that the practical way to accomplish something is exactly how you're going to accomplish it. So don't overcomplicate anything this month. Here, you can't make this one up. You have this detachment card. That is like the secret sauce for you this month, is that happy-go-lucky kind of like not attached to outcomes type of energy, I think will serve you best. So definitely. And finally, you have this impulsiveness card. I actually like this card. There's like a lucky horseshoe right here. And it can say that sometimes impulsive actions can actually work out really well for you. And even the tower and the good stuff could say that. So you might be making some impulsive moves, but it could be a good thing. So this looks really good for you here, Aries. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.